So in this video, we are going over my top 5 favourite champions of the Tech class, the Tech edition of this list. I have done the previous other 4 classes for this, and if I remember, I will put them in their own playlist. It would probably be the first playlist on this channel. Now, I will do this disclaimer, and I've done it for the past other videos, and I will continue to do it for the next for this video and the next class which I do, and the final class which will be Mystic. This is all my personal opinion. This is not who is definitively the best characters in each class, because I know there are probably some characters in other videos that I've done for this series and in this one where people are going to be like, why the fuck are these your favorite characters? This other one's clearly the best one. This is all my opinion, so this isn't necessarily who is the best. This is personally who I like to play. And we all have our different experiences in this game. So everybody got that? Cool. Let's get into this video then. A couple of honorable mentions. Actually, there's quite a few actually, because Tech class I actually quite like, and there are some ones which they're just missed out on this list. Red Skull, just because he's a fucking annoying defender. OG Iron Man for being just a raid an Alliance quest raid god. Hulkbuster is growing on me. Punisher 2099, really good. Kind of wish I got this guy duped. Infamous Iron Man, I've got a soft spot for how hard of a duck can hit. He can hit very hard sometimes. Guardian as well I like, and I do still have a soft spot in this game for Nimrod, even though he has completely fallen off. But with that being said, number 5 in my favourite Tech characters is Lady Deathstrike. I imagine if I made this video like last year, or when she came out, or just after, she would have been number 1. I absolutely love this gal. She is again, one of those characters where I like her playstyle. Her playstyle encourages you to be aggressive and not take blocked hits. I haven't played her in a while consistently, because I don't have her as a 7-star. I really want her as a 7-star. I really do. She would be pretty much an instant rank 2 as soon as I get the catalyst for her. And she's also, incoming plead and poisons is reduced by potency is reduced by 90%. But having said that, willpower mastery is turned down. Ability accuracy cannot be reduced against mutants, which makes her a decent domino counter. And instead of applying bleeds, which I thought she would do, she applies rupture debuffs instead. And she's got a good heal block on her as well. Very easy to keep up. Well, I say it's easy to keep up. It's a very consistent heal block, which is why at one point she was like my go-to Hulkling counter in this game, but no longer. Great usage with her self-repair, where she can heal back quite a bit of damage taken, whether that be from a specialist, well, mainly through special attacks actually, because that's how it. When struck by a special 1 or 2 nanobots, a nanobot will generate a passive hits for the duration of your special attack, capacity regenerating 90% of the damage taken. So she can be quite a tank if you mess up and get hit by a special attack. But yeah, when she enters in ferocity, you want to stay aggressive. You don't want to get hit in. You don't want to block too many hits, because then it would go away. But yeah, I think she's got a cool. She's a very cool design. I would take that stupid hat off her head though, but I've sort of gotten used to that now. But yeah, like her play style, super aggressive character to play. Looks cool. Very long nails. Yeah, not too much else to say. She's been she was one of my favorite characters of whenever she was released, which was 2023? Yeah, she's one of my favorite characters of 2023, and still one of my favorite Tech characters now, which is why she's on this list. Coming in at number 4 is the Shocker. I really wanted this guy. I think, like, in terms of when he was released alongside Sandman, that was like a really, really good month for characters who I wanted to see come to the game. Obviously, I was really, really hyped for Sandman. Unfortunately, Sandman did not live up to what I wanted to see. But Shocker, he had some lovers when he came out, but I think after his buff, he became very, very well liked. And then, unfortunately, he kind of took a step back after they nerfed him against Maestro with his glancing effect. But I still really like this guy. I never really used him for Maestro anyway, so I can't really speak on that. But his ability to just annihilate mutants, the mutant class in general, is really, really good. Again, I like characters that are very satisfying to play. I love Shocker's playstyle, where you throw a couple of special ones, you get to that special 2, and you charge up that heavy attack for a big hit. It is, again, satisfying to play, and completely much KO nearly the majority of the mutant class when you've gone built up to 100. But even then, sometimes you don't even need to. And again, another character from last year's Banquet event, I really wish I got, because I think I pulled Shocker recently as a 6-star before that, and I thought, right, I'll wait till Banquet event. If I get him, I'll take the 7-star up. If not, the 6 stars going up. And well, judging by this, I had to take up the 6-star. I didn't get him. But hopefully, if they do return the Banquet characters champions from last year's Banquet event, I could have a shot at getting Shocker or Adam Warlock. But yeah, he also has the ability to invalidate prowess, which goes up for the charges he has, the shock charges that he has to get that big heavy attack. And also has a great safety net as well for auto block, which is why this guy has tripped me up a couple of times when people have placed him on defense. So he can be somewhat an annoying defender as well if you, again, don't have something that can ignore that auto block, like Adam Warlock or Hulkling. Or you can nuke him with CGR. But yeah, that is Shocker coming in at number 4. Very, very satisfying character to play, in my personal opinion, which is why he is at number 4. Now, number 3 is a character who has served me so well on my account journey, and that is Warlock. He was one of my first rank 5 stars. I used him constantly. And then obviously I got to a point where I moved to 6 stars. This guy was my first Titan crystal pool, which was really kind of annoying because I think like a week after that, the Titan pool changed and he got put into the basics. So that was a little bit annoying. But yeah, again, he's just one of those old reliable champions, because did he come out in 2019? So he's been around for a very, very long time. Just a lovely, solid option for regen champions, because when you've got his passive up, his virus passive up, when they gain health, it power drains them, which is nice to have. His awaken ability, not necessary at all. I basically played with an unawakened Warlock pretty much throughout my entire time playing this game. As soon as I got him as a 5-star, I've never really noticed it, and I personally don't think it's necessary. Again, he also one of those ones who shone with crit me with your best shot, because yes, Warlock has a low crit rate, but he's got high crit damage, which is why I still have his crit damage as the stat focus. But yeah, Warlock, just one of those tried and tested champions in the contest. Personally, for my account as well, he's always put in solid amount of work for me, which is why I have this guy at 7-star rank 2, but not rank 3 yet, because, well, there's another character at number 1 which I'll talk about who I'm really considering taking to rank 3. But moving on to number 2, and that is Future Ant-Man. it is such a shame that this guy came out like a month or two before they started releasing every single new release as a 7-star, because a 7-star future Ant-Man would be incredible. Like, this character is one of the very few characters that I knew everyone raved about him, and when I finally got him, I thought, okay, is this guy as good as everyone says he is? And he lived up to that. One of the very few characters I say when the community raves about, and when I finally get him, he's really, really good. He is a tank. He can be a really, really good attacker as well. I really get an appreciation for his power control for the Autumn of Agony Jabari Panther. When that was out, it might not be there when this video gets uploaded, but that really opened my eye to his power control as well. Also, his SIG ability, incoming bleed and incinerate effects with 90% duration. That's almost pseudo immunity to that. And also, he self-repairs the damage afterwards, which is really, really nice. And also, he can't lose more than 10% of his max health with the Awaken ability as well, which, that's great as well. And, you get a couple of disintegrations up, and then throw a special 2 when you've got the power detonation passive as well, along with those disintegrations. Oh, those red numbers. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it was a really, really sad shame. It was the same with Cassie Lang as well. It was a shame that he was released just a couple months before they started releasing new characters as 7-stars. Real damn shame. But I think they will rectify that next year. I think we will see future Ant-Man in either the Time Crystal Pool, or they do something similar to the Omega Days event, where the first few characters of 2023 weren't released as 7-stars. Well, actually, no, because that means they'd have to do Zemo and Absman as well. Maybe not. Zemo they said would be too powerful, but we've got 7-star Juggernaut, and Absman actually wouldn't be that bad because everyone knows how to fight him now. But yeah, Pham, one of those characters that lived up to how good he actually was when everyone was saying he's so good. That's pretty much why he's on this list. He lived up to my expectations, and in some cases surpassed them. But number 1 is Ironheart. This gal is my favourite champion of 2024 so far. I think she's the most underrated champion of 2024 so far. And why is that, Brideriser, I hear you ask? I think she is a great damage dealer, first of all. She is a great utility champion. And I know everyone was got excited for like, oh, she seems like to be like a tech version of Scorpion. Is she as good as Scorpion with damage? No, absolutely not. But she is almost there. She is almost there. This is the character I was talking about, where I think I am really debating taking her up to rank 3. I think she's that good. I think the fact that you can change her damage over time from Incinerate to Rupture opens her up to a lot of fights. When you've got that tracking passive up when the opponent is suffering from 4 or 5 debuffs, which is, number 1, really easy to do, and number 2, is really, really easy to keep up. She basically shuts down robots. She basically shuts down mutants with their offensive ability accuracy. And it allows her to, what does it say here? Parry non-contact attacks, which is nice. So that is Onslaught, even when you want to parry Onslaught. And you can block mutants' unblockable special attacks, which is nice for characters like Bishop. She's a great Bishop counter when you got those, when you click the Rupture passive on the Rupture damage over time. And heavy attacks for every debuff or repulsor debuff, which is the Incinerate and Rupture, she can invalidate a prowess, which is a nice bit of utility there as well. But the special 2, well, the special 1 into the special 2, when you have that vulnerability up, which does require you to rush up to special 2. So if your opponent doesn't play ball, that is a bit of a problem. But the special 2, I feel hits so hard. So yeah, for each hit of this attack gains rating for the Rupture or Incinerate repulsor debuffs, or armor up effect and armor up effects on Ironheart. So yeah, this, and also she was part of the Vanguard. She got made part of the Vanguard tactic buff for AQ raids. She's my go-to AQ champion now. It used to be Iron Man, but now it's Ironheart because, well, obviously my Ironheart's 6-star rank 4. But I've had a lot of success with her, mainly with that Invisible Woman, because the path that I take is Invisible Woman being the first champion that you fight. But since you can keep up that tracking and is really easy to keep up, that invisibility is not a problem for me personally, but the damage is, because that Invisible Woman's still really, really annoying. Same thing with Prowler, because with that tracking up, she can't miss. You completely ignore Prowler's falter when he throws special attacks as well, which is a great bit of kit for that tracking. Just that tracking passive in general just has so much built into it. It is really, really good. Is she the fastest champion? No, but she's got great utility and she's got great damage. No one bans her in Battlegrounds because I don't think people think she's going to be that good. And then, like, obviously they spam like, you get those people who like use emojis to show like how happy they are that they won, or just how shocked they are that a character did well. That is Ironheart for me. No one expects her to be that good, but she is. And I think she's the most underrated champion of this year, which is why I love her so much. I like underrated champions. I would like champions who, again, I think she's got a satisfying playstyle, and also ones who who players don't expect them to be as good as they are. And that is why Ironheart is at number 1 in the tech class for me, which is why I'm probably going to rank 3 at some point, but I'm sure that time will come, because I've said that I've got like 6 tier 4 alphas expiring, and I haven't used them yet. But that's going to do it for this video. Second to last one of this mini-series. If you liked it, feel free to like it. Disliked it if you disliked it. And if you like this video, check out some of my other content. If you like my other content, hit that red subscribe button and make it grey. And I shall see you in the next one. And goodbye.